can start. 20 minutes in, we're all here. We're all awake.
We're all here. We're all queer.
Can I actually just go pee really quick?
Honestly.
Can you what?
Can I go pee really quick?
Oh,
Gavels.
for Christ's
Yeah.
sake.
Yes, man.
You know what? You got to bring the microphone to the bathroom and record it so we can make sure that that's what you're doing. 'Cause this is ridiculous.
He has that femoid bladder.
Can you
Someone has
do your
to hold
introduction
my
first?
hand. Well, like now?
Yeah, do your introduction and go pee. Your bladder's full. It's full of urine.
Gabbles, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Gavels. I'm new to the show. I don't know any of you people, so.
Yeah, but I have a feeling you'll fit right in.
Oh.
I think this show is made for you.
Yeah, it's almost as if the show was made for you.
At least with you in mind.
Okay, you can go pee. I'll introduce everybody else. And
You're
then
now exposed to
staying
teacher
in,
as
by the way, I'm going to humiliate you in front of my very large YouTube audience.
The dozens.
Dozens. All right, so we have actually a new guest, someone who's never been on the show before, other than Gabbles, anyway. This is Luigi. Luigi, say hello.
Hello.
Anything we should know about you?
Yes, I am a pre-transition tranoid, and Kafa has kidnapped me from my German village using Steven Universe merchandise as bait, as she does.
Look,
and that's why I'm here now.
Hold on.
And that stuff
in the basement. Send help, please.
You weren't supposed to go there, so we're gonna move on. Tennyson, what's up?
What? What do you want?
Who are you?
Great question. Well, hi everyone. This is Tennyson yet again. Not dead yet, which is a good thing.
Ooh.
And here we are with the gang, trademark. We're gonna have another fun, fantastic, wacky episode.
Sounds good. All right, Ray.
Well, I have been notified by my local authorities, quotation marks, that I am now required to alert anybody on the internet that I might be a registered sex offender now. I don't know what the fuck that's about, but you know.
You could probably just ignore that, right?
Yeah, whatever.
Because who cares?
It's called freedom of speech, man.
Exactly. Freedom of speech, freedom of association. You can go into whatever bathroom you want, man.
Yeah, he misunderstood the saying of spread the love. It's very sad.
It's not supposed to be literal.
Look. I swear they were non-sexual furry art that I was showing 6-year-olds, all right? It was fine. It wasn't grooming.
It wasn't.
I swear.
That's why you link them your fur affinity page. What a shame. All right, Danimal.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
It's me. I mean, I'm always Danimal. I've always been Danimal. I just finished an entire bottle of 19 Crimes Pinot Noir because my mom got my sommelier husband 19 Crimes for Christmas, so I'm the only one that's drinking it.
Nice.
Oh,
it's lovely.
Hey, I'll drink 19 Crimes.
You know, yeah, it's fine. We had bottles with Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg on them.
Nice.
Hey.
That's classy.
Paste.
And if you use the AR app, Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg talk to you.
Ooh.
It's like we're basically friends now.
That is cool.
Yeah, and if you drink enough, you'll really believe it.
Right.
Is she in the room with you right now?
I mean, she's with us all, is she not?
It's true. It's true.
All Midwesterners have a little bit of Martha Stewart in them. The way they decorate their homes.
Ain't that the truth? All right, Amazil.
Hello, it is me, Amazil. Once again, how do you do?
You're doing good. All right, so Danimal, you want to lay the ground here a bit. So this was a topic that you showed us and brought to our attention. So what can we expect in this particular episode?
Insanity. Because what these guys are is they believe every single elite, every single celebrity, everybody who has power actually inverted their gender to show their fealty to Satan.
Okay.
Oh.
Which is true.
Is that the crazy part, or did I mess up?
Yeah, I know. I don't see, like, I was told they were crazy. Obviously, that's, like, totally plausible. We all have.
As someone who's in the scene, I'm gonna give you the rundown.
Uh-huh.
First of all, you're completely wrong. They're saying that 95% of celebrities are trans.
Oh, okay.
And number two, they're completely right.
Oh.
Like,
As we'll see.
I personally have my own evidence that the woman of the year, Caitlyn Jenner, might be trans.
What?
What?
Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Wait, how is she trans? She got Woman of the Year though.
Yeah.
She wasn't trans Woman of the Year.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. It's the media, man.
It's what
He
they
has
don't
that
want you to
Adonis
know.
belt. She has that Adonis belt. There's no baby possible there.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
I think we should look at some evidence first before we start throwing around accusations like that.
I'm also onto Elliot Page, but shh.
That strapping young lad. Yeah.
You know, we tackle. I've seen you tackle some pretty insane out there things before, Cap. And like, I'm not saying this is any more than any of the others, but I feel like this one might be the one that gets you most in Google's or YouTube's crosshairs.
Who knows? I mean, it's an interesting intersection just because it's like conspiracy theory, weird celebrity focus.
I can't wait for Susan Wojcicki to beat down my fucking door and ask me what I was doing
What were you
on January.
That's right. We won't reveal the date. I'll bleep that out.
So can I just say my favorite one that I follow right now on Twitter?
Yeah.
Is at, I guess it's, I don't know what the fuck this is, at the Sono 714-68392. But anyway, the Son of Man is the one that I expose liars, your fake idols. If you won't stand up for the little ones, then I will. Find me on YouTube. G2G Poncho Pete, Son of Man. You can't handle the truth.
Wow.
He's right. I can't. I shouldn't watch them.
So this guy's my favorite one.
So we'll have to take a look at some of the Twitter feeds too.
Oh, for sure.
But do we want to start looking at a video first?
Yeah.
We gotta get a feel for it first.
Yeah, as well.
We have a nice here's a nice historical one because we all like to talk about like presidents and stuff. This is called Nancy Reagan, First Lady Boys of the U.S. There we go. So Nancy Reagan, First Lady Boys of the U.S. I mean, just look at her.
Yeah, she's a very handsome woman.
The kid is obviously fake. The kid is obviously a boy that's being like dressed up as a girl.
Yeah, I mean, they did that a lot in history. So there you go. All right, let's take a listen.
Nancy Reagan, wife of Ronald Reagan, Republican president in the 80s. There's Nancy. Now, what's that on your neck there? I'm a little concerned about the neck.
Uh-oh.
Bedtime for Bonzo.
Oh man,
what's going on?
Way. Are you
is that an Adam's apple I see? And is that a son or a daughter? We're going to investigate all of these matters today. I still see something on your neck.
I hate this
that shouldn't be there. Found only on men.
The play button's kind of covering it, but I'm not sure what he's seeing.
He's seeing an Adam's apple.
What's with those broad shoulders?
You guys see it too, like the big orange
got
dot,
one of those
right?
hard, firm skulls.
Oh yeah,
with makeup and female clothing.
That's actually
pause it.
That's a very good sign that this person just has never seen a woman before.
It's possible. Maybe they're just so holed up in their house they don't know what women look like.
What do you mean? They're seeing all these trans women right here.
Yeah, trans women are women. Oh yeah. Man. Okay.
I wonder how they explain the Adam's apple in men.
Only men have them. You see.
Yep.
Yeah, but like how do they explain it in the male actors and the other
who are actually
the quotes? Yeah, exactly.
Probably surgery, right?
Maybe they keep gurgling like half an apple at all times.
I'm guessing they surgically implant one. See, the elites, they have access to these surgeries.
That's smart.
But apparently they don't have access to surgeries to get rid of the Adam's apple. So that's,
that would just be insane, Kev.
Yeah.
Come on, Kev. Be back in reality here with us. Okay?
Look at that hard skull shape. It's really hard. Okay, let's keep going.
Are those real boobs?
Are those real
prominent
boobs?
Cheekbones and brow bone, large
Not the
jaw,
cheekbones.
actually. Large head relative to the size of this body. It's got an oversized head. Now, is that because the brain is so large? It's kind of like an alien there. Broad shoulders, Adam's apple,
What the fuck?
massive, strong, prominent jaw.
Like a witch. Yeah.
Tell him
look at-
that the dress does that. Like that's the shape of the dress. Doing
What
it?
do
To
you
be fair
mean?
though, she does look very scary.
No, Cobb, that's what they want you to think. That it's the shape of the dress. That's why shoulder pads got so popular in the 80s.
Okay,
To hide all that.
all
Because
the
they didn't have
transgender-
those shoulder
Oh.
shaving surgeries back then in the 80s. So they had to hide their maleness somehow. So that's why shoulder pads got popular.
Okay, but now she's an alien too.
Is that also
Yes.
why they have really big heads in the 80s?
Okay, I
Yes.
want to be.
No, that was just the drugs.
I want
Oh,
to ask, like,
Coke does that.
this whole like they keep going on and on about like strong jawline. Is that because her chin looks like it's kind of I don't know how you.
She's
It's
got
very
a pointy
witchy.
Yeah,
chin.
she's got like a witchy poo chin, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's kind of pointed, I guess.
Yeah.
So usually how they explain it is that they say that the male skull has very sharp features and the female skull has very like numb features. So the fact that she has a pronounced chin and like a somewhat triangular like face structure is what they would call like a male skull.
I think
Yeah.
the male
We
skull
gotta
has
find,
sharp
like,
features.
We'll look at some diagrams later because they love their little diagrams to show.
Oh,
the
you
bone
know what?
structure.
Okay, I remember that. I was about to talk to Daniel about this the other day, and he told me to keep it for this. But like when he was explaining this to me, and like what these people do, like it's like one of these things where it's like I get it. You can identify somebody's sex based off of like their bones because that's what we actually do, like in archaeology and whatnot. But like, you're not gonna be able to do it here. Like, you can't be like, oh well, the bone structure of this person. Like, what do you even
There's still
fucking
skin
know
on
what it
them
looks
bones.
like? Yeah, I was gonna say, like, how are you even gonna say, oh, like I have a real accurate shape of the skull? No, you fucking don't.
Yeah, it turns out humans who are alive have things called fat and muscle and skin that they go on
That's for
top of
me.
the skeleton.
Yeah. I was
And
going to say it's totally. Oh, go ahead.
and it's just not always obvious what the actual skeletal shape is underneath.
It's totally erroneous to say that the male skull has sharp features because if you look at actual Justice Warrior, he looks like a Playmobil man.
Yeah.
No, Kev, what are you talking about? Clearly, the human skull, when somebody's alive, has absolutely nothing in between the skull and the skin.
You just draw over it. You just draw
well,
lines.
there's
It's
only
just
one
basically
real
like
way.
a latex, or not latex. It's like a jumpsuit. It's like a skin tight jumpsuit, except it literally is the skin around the skull. Like clearly, you can see everything.
Well, we
I was
have
going
to
to say
do
this person
Sorry.
probably doesn't have anything inside their brain either. Yeah.
Oh, true.
If you're going to get an accurate measurement, there's only one way to do it. Hans, get the calipers.
You must also
Jawohl.
check their race.
I just also want to be like I heard them say like the because it's hiding how large the brain is. I'm like, I'm not a biologist. Maybe I'm wrong about this, and I haven't actually dug into this a lot and whatnot. But I actually thought, and I might be misremembering, the whole like female brain and male brain was like people were like, oh, that's totally false. And like what they used as the smoking gun for this was that there was no physical differences between the two. Which I don't know if that's totally true, but I would assume that means generally there's no actual like shape size difference between like male and female like brains.
I think what
I like that.
happens is people get confused and they talk about male female brain as a categorical difference. It's really more a distributive difference. So it's
Well,
an
yeah,
average.
that's the other thing.
right?
The actual differences that you would notice between these two quote brains would be like brain chemistry, which
I mean,
I
there
would
is
argue is
a difference in amount of gray matter on average,
I did not know
and
that.
there
That's something new.
it's a statistically significant difference. So you can look up meta studies on that, and I believe also that male skulls tend to be larger to accommodate
Yeah, like
that.
okay. Oh, okay. So
But
male
again,
brains
it's a
might be.
yes. So it's possible, but it's also just possible you have a female with a large skull because that
I was gonna
happens.
say,
It
I was
just
gonna say
does.
it's not like like genetics are like a weird and somewhat fluid and not like, categorically always this kind of thing. It's not like humans developed, rotating genes as a way to fight off infections. Therefore, there's constant things like mutations and whatnot. No, that never happens.
Why would you believe in evolution, dude? Obviously, God made us the way we are.
You know what? You're right. I'm buying into the atheism plus world that the global elites are trying to create.
It's the global homos.
In this podcast, we believe in creation.
Praise Allah.
Yeah, right. Inshallah. I mean, there's tons of females with huge heads. I mean, there was you don't see her around much anymore, but there was that one actress, Ellen Page.
Yeah.
She hasn't been in a lot lately. I haven't seen her in years.
Yeah,
Caitlyn Jenner also has
she had a gigantic head.
Oh yeah, Caitlyn Jenner. It's unusually large shoulders and like a couple other things, just inconsequential things.
I hate you guys. I hate you guys for how deadpan you're doing.
Let's learn more about Nancy Reagan and her head shape.
Yes. And bra bone.
Lots
of makeup, female clothing. Again, you got those broad shoulders and the Adam's apple. What's going on? Nancy Reagan, a Republican. They can't be trannies, can they? It's impossible.
Oh, no, you can't say that.
You can't say that.
If we weren't in Google's crosshairs before, we are now, unless you censor that.
I think
no wonder this is on
YouTube might let you do it. I don't know.
Not believe it. Whatever. Who cares?
Yeah. But this guy apparently doesn't understand that as women age, the skin around their neck can tend to sag and thin and stretch.
What?
And so the smaller Adam's apple that exists under there will just become more prominent as you get old.
Yeah, get a big case of turkey neck.
I can't believe you're doing this right now. Like, clearly, when women get older, all that happens is that their skin starts to just slightly discolor, like no physical changes other than coloration, and their hair turns white. That's the only thing that happens. Clearly,
aging is a myth in the first place.
Exactly,
that's true.
Have you ever seen Asians? Those guys are not indoctrinated by the trans agenda. That's why they look so young.
Are you kidding me? Asian women, when they hit 50, they just turn into shrunken mummies.
Yeah,
Yes.
Have you ever heard black don't crack? That's the same thing. Have you ever thought about how all these countries with that hate the gays, all of them look super young, and then just before they die, they look very old, but that's normal.
So are you saying semen makes you old?
I'm saying that the Satanistic gay agenda is leaving its mark on people, and it's like the mark of Cain. Aging is like the mark of Cain.
Now we're getting down to the reality.
That's right.
Scarlet letter of
I'm beyond you mere mortals with your
semen
global homo
retention
agenda.
is what keeps you young. Semen retention.
I could feel your brain expand with every word you say.
It's that meme where your brain keeps stretching out until it's stars in the universe.
This is a fucking terrible episode so far.
This is quite unwatchable at the moment. Let's keep going.
That's fine.
Yeah.
We're allowed one unwatchable
Remember
episode.
the Reagan years, we had the nuclear war propaganda. In fact, I was a teenager during that time, and I thought that the world would end back then. Then later on in life, I realized nuclear weapons do not exist. Try to tell people that.
I was going to say, and you were done now
So just drop that on us. Okay.
Dress flares out, but the
Do
hits
we want to
do not.
dissect that
One of
or
their
just
magic
stay on
tricks.
target?
Yeah, leave it
illusion.
go.
Masters of illusion. See, Nancy's head is the same size as Ronald's, maybe even larger.
Wait, so Ronald is a
In fact,
guy, but
Ronald
Nancy
doesn't
is
have much of a
is
jaw,
also a
does he?
guy?
Can I just say really
he's gay.
quickly how much
Ronald Reagan.
Ronald Reagan was a actor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can I say how much he looks like Mr. Rogers in that photo right there?
That sweater, oh yeah.
Well, hello, Nancy, and hello, neighbor.
That's what he was going for, Yeah.
It's
very
evil,
wholesome.
Mr. Rogers.
I'm really not sure what he's going on about the head shape. Like,
Look, I
just
invented
comparing-
cocaine, neighbor, to keep the blacks down.
we were just
I can
comparing
say that
their-
blue top.
Comparing their shoulder widths is like night and day, side by side.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Ronald's is really small, right?
Yeah.
I just because you like you're pointing out, he did point out the whole broad shoulders thing, and this like clearly puts the kibosh to that when you look at this photo.
It's edited. Okay. They leave.
Oh,
They edited it.
right. You know what? I forgot about the advanced ability for people to use Photoshop in 1986.
They had access to it back then.
Especially the CIA.
Stalin was removing people from photos back in the 40s.
Yeah.
It makes sense that Ronald Reagan's gay. That's why he didn't want to go, do any resources towards AIDS because he started it.
Oh.
He didn't want people to find out.
Eliminating the competition.
He was patient zero.
God.
Ronald Reagan was patient zero.
That's what all the jelly beans on his desk were. They were all, what's that AIDS drug now that people take so they can fuck without rubbers on?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
No one here knows what you're talking about.
You guys don't know?
I'm
You
sorry.
don't see it advertised to you all the time on YouTube? Because of the videos you watch?
Why do you see it advertised to you all the time on YouTube?
Because I watch a lot of gay stuff. What?
It knows what he wants. It knows what he needs.
Okay,
you're gay, so
I got.
To be fair to Danimal, like Google is like just like uncomfortably listening into you all the time. I get fucking furry ads. On YouTube.
This is why.
Oh, prep. It's called
So
prep.
strange.
Yeah, you guys ever heard of prep?
oh prep. Yeah. I've heard-
Yeah, I know what that is.
Oh, okay.
Are the jelly beans prep?
Yeah, that's what they are.
Wow.
So then he wouldn't give his Nancy Reagan AIDS.
Dude, I can
His boy wife.
Boy wife.
I can feel
Need
my
boy
like
wife.
mind shattering with every revelation that I'm hearing tonight.
On the FTM watch list, at least.
The FTM
Oh,
watch
these
list.
guys with these high-pitched voices. What's the deal with that?
Yeah.
Maybe it makes
What's
them
the
less
deal?
threatening. Is he a
What?
castrated man? Is he an FTM? I don't know.
What?
But this one, see, you just got to look. You got to observe carefully. The smile. This one's a master of the smile. The fake smiles to fool us. It's one of
Why
the
would you
greatest
show us a
ways
bunch
to
of
fool
Apex
somebody is
Twin
to
music
smile
videos
and be
to
friendly.
prove your point?
I mean, people are gullible. People don't realize when they're being deceived. Yeah,
I
it's
see
all,
one
it's
right
all
now.
tranny all the time.
Yeah, it's called being an American
All
politician.
Now, this is a
I
pretty small
love that.
person, I think, so it could be
Go ahead,
of a
pause it,
certain
Gav.
ethnicity.
Yeah, all tranny all the time is my favorite tagline for the Logo Network.
Trannies.
I-
oh.
Let's get back on. Let the video play a little bit. We're only 2 minutes in.
we're not
him
gonna
play.
finish.
There's
Let
so
him cook.
much. There's
Let
so
him
much
cook.
to unpack here. This video is amazing.
Yeah.
Like
Let's keep going.
And are smaller
Alright, go
than
ahead.
normal. You know what I mean? There's a few different examples you could think of. Even Willis knows what's going on. He's like, whoa. Got this guy tranny on the show now. This show's
Is Gary Coleman also? Wait, hang on. It's
Gary-
Colin
like
also knows.
everybody in this shot, though, right? Like, isn't that what these people believe? Like, everybody in this shot has inverted gender, no?
What you talking
Even
about,
Gary
Willis?
Coleman. Yeah. Or
Especially
should I
that
say
white dude.
Georgia Coleman.
Oh,
Gary, I think she's a dude.
Cav, do you think if I took enough Adderall and shot up on heroin, I too could see the world the way these people
Oh,
do?
you just need a brain injury. It's just like you're good.
and then everything is fine.
Well, I was just like, I want something that's like not permanent, but like will do something that will
Yes.
probably damage me, but I could feasibly recover from.
You could take shrooms.
mean, you can do whippets. They'll destroy your
Usually,
brain cells.
usually
I
a
just-
huge trust in like Western media and watching a lot of Russia Today does that to you. I can attest to that with my friend.
I just like, man, I can't get into this guy's mindset even. I can't like, I feel like I'm staring at a pegboard and my eyes are glossing over and like the room is getting blurry because I'm like just about on the verge of passing out because I just can't follow this.
Ray, it's really easy to get this effect. You just take a fork and you bend down the middle 2 prongs and you just jab that thing right into your circuitry.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. I'm gonna make sure I do that with the one my car's plugged into, so that way I get the maximum amount of juice.
How could you not get in this mindset? It's so clear to me now.
I like that he's not.
You guys are all fools. Blind fools.
No longer talking about her shoulders. Because that has stopped.
Wait, I just noticed Nancy's shoulders are exactly as wide as Gary Coleman's.
Maybe she is also a young black man. Oh,
yeah, she is not only a man, but a black man with a growth hormone deficiency.
That's why her hair is so big.
So that's where Michael Jackson got his idea.
Going downhill. And Arnold's like, what you talking about, Willis? No hips there on the horse. Got a horse face. Now, which one's the horse? But the person riding the horse doesn't have hips. Cover of Time magazine, Kronos, as usual. The White House co-star. See, these people have more power than we realize. There's something weird and strange going on. There's something magical. They're using dark arts. There's the androgyny dress, half and half. Not a good look, I might add. Now, maybe sometimes women wear a dress like that. I don't know, but the trannies sure love it. What? Crossing the leg.
I don't know. Maybe women wear dresses sometimes. I've never seen them, but trannies.
God, every time he drops that word, it's like a flashbang. I just don't know what to do.
Well, you guys look up trannies wearing ballroom dresses on the internet constantly.
He's investigating, okay? He's
investigating. This is like a Destiny research stream right now.
Yeah, if you ever wondered why
Thailand was an investigatory thing, right?
I finally get it. I finally get Dale Gribble. This is the person Mike Judge wrote or used for the inspiration for Dale Gribble.
Oh, somebody who was entirely correct about everything? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, 100%.
All right, Luigi, you have something to say?
Yeah, if you ever wondered why leftists hate us, just think about, like, this is what they hear when we talk about trans issues. This is literally what they hear when we talk about it. I'm just saying this is what they hear.
Yeah, have you never listened to our podcast before?
Unironically, though, this is I think I kind of do think I finally genuinely get this guy. This is a guy who thinks everything's out to get him. He thinks the government, this is what's that guy? Fucking.
Well, that's what all.
Jerry A. Davis. He's that guy, except probably without the schizophrenia. But I'm not gonna.
It's not ruled out completely.
What's the purpose of this, though? Like not the purpose of him making this video. Obviously, he thinks he's speaking the truth, and this is his truth. But in his mind, what's the purpose of the elites inverting their gender? Aside from worshiping Satan.
Dan, well, there's not enough bleach drinking I can commit without dying to be able to understand that process.
All right, 2010 YouTube atheists, go ahead and drink your bleach.
From my own little research into this, usually what they believe is that this is some sort of... This is like the initiation ritual, essentially, to become a famous person. So they believe that to become a famous person, one of the elites, that all elites are essentially shadow elites that are trying to force something onto the people, and to become one of them, you have to trans yourself in order to join their ranks. It's like a distinguishing mark that separates them from us, which is and we are like the good normal people. I mean, not me, because I'm pre-transition, but you guys are the normal people, and we are the evil. We are the evil shadow master puppeteers.
Yeah, but to what end? What is the gain?
The end is to turn the world away from God and make everyone a serf under the new elite.
I mean, that,
You know what?
that
Sounds about
follows.
right. Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah,
There
through
might-
hot trans women.
You know what, Danimal?
Like
there might
Nancy
be
Reagan.
enough. There might be enough vitamin K in the world for me to be able to understand these people.
Cool.
I'm just gonna take a whole bunch of ketamine, and I think I might see God and Satan.
Yeah,
At the same time. Ooh.
You know what ketamine's used for most of the time, right?
Horses?
No.
No.
You guys don't hang around the gay community very much. It's
I'm
just-
only half. Okay, I'm not allowed.
Let's
Look,
just say let's just say people get elbow deep into ketamine.
I see.
Oh my.
Is what
What is
saying
horses?
Oh,
Yeah.
It relaxes certain muscles.
Great.
I get it, Danimal.
this is why Reagan didn't do anything.
Talking
during
about
the AIDS
fisting.
epidemic.
It's for fisting.
This right
People
here.
take it to get fisted. What's that?
This is why Reagan didn't do anything during the AIDS epidemic.
You heard about fisting?
Yeah, yes, he heard about what people were using ketamine for, and he said, "Well, I don't think that's a very good idea."
Are you
That's good.
Reagan or Donald Trump right now?
They kind of sound similar. A little bit.
A little bit.
All right.
Trying to look feminine. Adam's apple, shoulders. It kind of
Oh, now the
reminds me of
shoulders
like
come up.
Herman Munster or something. I don't know. It doesn't look right. It's not good. It's fake.
He just
See that?
wants
Look at
to
the bones
dump
in
on
the
some
head.
old lady.
Casting pearls
Yeah.
before the swine.
Well, everybody wants to dump
Is
on
that a
Nancy
demon
Reagan.
or
I
a
mean.
first lady? It's
A
getting hard to
demon.
tell. Got a
Nancy
There it
Reagan
is.
tried to
What's
take our
going
weed
on?
away.
Oh my
Wow.
god. Okay,
That's a scary
that
picture.
is I was gonna say that's actually an uncanny photo. Holy fuck.
Got flash in her eyes.
This
And,
is scary.
you know.
It looks like I'm looking at a dead person.
Oh, I mean, now maybe.
I mean, she is deceased.
Was it
No,
Nancy
okay.
Reagan that tried to take her weed away, or was that Tipper Gore?
I know.
Gore was bitching about music,
Okay, yeah, it was Nancy Reagan doing the "Don't just say no to drugs." Come on, man.
and Betty Ford.
Look,
And Betty
I,
Ford.
Nancy.
I know I've made a bunch of subpar jokes tonight, but like when I say, "Oh, that looks like I'm staring into the eyes of a dead person," I'm not making a joke. That reminds me of the time I actually looked at a fucking photo of somebody who was dead and had their eyes open.
Yes, we've all been on Rotten.com.
Is that the Joker?
Oh,
They should have cast Nancy as the Joker instead of
What?
Jack Nicholson.
Oh,
See,
now
there's
he's
a
into
man
film
inside of there.
criticism.
It's like an old Jewish dude, all right? They don't live in the States.
Ooh.
They're the ruling class. They rule over the States.
Look, I am.
Now we're going to take a look at the daughter, Pat Davis, like David. There's little David next to his mother with the Adam's apple. David's the one in the dress. Patty. It's Pat David. Pat. They call me Pat. People magazine, quote unquote, people, hand in the pockets, veins sticking out of the wrist. Now this one was on the cover of Playboy, posing nude.
Holy
And
crap!
look who else is
Pause
on the
that real
cover?
quick.
Bill.
There was what? A fucking Ronald Reagan's daughter was on the cover of Playboy. What? How did I never know this?
that's
Well, I
insane.
mean, you are gay.
Yeah, I guess
True.
so. Yeah,
They kept it hidden from you.
that's crazy.
That is
Can you
pretty crazy.
like that would be nuts? Like, can you imagine if like what's
Yvonne
I don't
or
know
Trump.
who's got a daughter now? If like one of Obama's daughters was on
Oh.
fucking Playboy.
Yeah, that would be.
Well, the way I hear it,
Yeah.
that they might be going in that direction. So.
No, I'm sorry, Obama's sons.
Oh no!
Obama's tranny sons.
Oh, you know what would be great? I bet you. I can't help but notice that he hasn't mentioned Michelle Obama.
Oh,
Oh, he'll get to it. I
Maybe
guarantee.
that
You
was
mean
the false
Michael?
flag.
I mean, that's
Do you
my
mean
favorite.
Michael?
Michael
Yeah.
Obama.
Don't get me started on that one. And here you see the Adonis belt a little better on this one here. Look at the hips. Look at the
Adonis.
torso. Where are the
at
female
you, look
hips?
at-
That's
she's
straight
sitting.
Where are the
down.
female hips?
Firm male torso. All right. Now it kind of looks like a girl, right? It does. It kind of looks like a large horse-faced woman. No offense to the large Oh, okay. women out there.
Horse-faced
We love
woman.
you. This person is trying to imitate you. This is a fake horse-faced woman. It's a horse-faced tranny with the scarf around the neck, sunglasses, hair covering the face. It's got that Alanis Morissette look going on. Isn't it ironic? Like father, like son. This one has learned the art of the kind smile
Okay, who gave birth
while
to
they're
this
lying
person?
to us? Where's
I was just about to ask that.
Like father, like son.
Usually they claim that they like essentially pay cis women to like secretly birth their quote unquote children, and then like during the meantime either they just don't have any photos of them taken while they're pregnant, or they're like obviously fake. Like they're obviously fake pregnant with like pillows under the like on their belly or something.
Oh, like Sarah Palin.
Oh, exactly.
So then how do they explain how the fact that would anybody argue that Ronald Reagan's daughter doesn't look a little bit like Ronald Reagan and Nancy Reagan?
So usually what they say is that the evil like trannies can still procreate, but they just choose like a different person to like carry the child. So for example, like they would say that Ronald Reagan would use his egg cell and like his wife's sperm to like fertilize Ronald Reagan's egg cell and then implant that in like a surrogate mother.
Oh right.
Goodness
I guess
gracious.
I'm not thinking about this in like the true 5-dimensional way. I forget.
Yeah, that's why I'm here. I actually did the research.
I'm sorry, I forgot. They think everyone is trans. And I'm like, oh,
You know,
right.
for a moment, I had this hope that you're going to say Ronald Reagan was pregnant, but
Sad.
Well, that is
One of these
what he's
episodes.
kind of implying.
he just, facilitated the pregnancy, but was not actually pregnant himself. Very sad.
Maybe.
Where's the feminine hips there? I don't see it. And look at that. Look at that back. Strong back. Triceps. What's up
he's
with the
turned on right
triceps
now.
and the shoulder muscles?
He loves
Got
those
a muscular
trannies.
back. Now, there's more to this
They're
photo. I'm
pulled
not
through
showing
50
because
of
it's
these
basically
photos.
nude, but it is crossing the legs as well, trying to pretend to have a curve. Look at that, not crossing the legs. And of course, Getty Images always puts their slogan right over the Adonis
Getty.
belt.
Oh, Getty's
They
part of
always
it.
do that. Why
Getty's
is
part
that?
of it.
What are they trying to cover up?
Why is that?
There's the
What
next
are they
scarf as
covering up?
well. But that's a straight up and down male torso. That's the first place I look. Shoulder
Holy
to hip
shit.
ratio. All right, so there's about all the bones. You got to look at the whole package, make the observations, do the analysis, and if you have enough data, you can come to a conclusion. Look at
Look
that
at
when
data,
it's younger.
conclusions.
Starting the plastic surgery facial feminization regime. There it is with the Adam's apple and the androgyny. Again, you see it there.
Totally. Can't even
It's
tell
got
that's a
some
female.
man
Totally
hands.
androgynous.
Doing a bit of yoga. Now, this one married like a yoga teacher or something before it got divorced. No children. Adam's
You just
apple.
say
Maybe
kids.
the Adam's apple prevented you from having children
Hmm.
and breastfeeding. But you showed your breasts in the Playboy, didn't you? Yeah, so he's got one of these large faces.
Yeah.
A little bit larger than
Yeah,
a large
huge face.
Yeah, see, look at that. A lot of surgery going on.
Yeah.
Major facelift. Scrunched up the skin around the nose. That's pretty
no
weird
celebrities
looking.
ever got facelifts.
I know a guy who had plastic surgery done, an older guy, like in his 70s, trying to look younger. It looks pretty
Sure it was
ridiculous.
a guy?
But it looks kind of like this, actually.
Yeah.
His cheekbones.
Plastic surgery gives you a look like this. Indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're turning you into a female, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're turning you into a reptilian, actually. He hasn't gotten to
Yeah.
that part yet.
I just want to say that, like, I feel like the most amount of dissection we could do is at the very beginning of this, because, like, there's really nothing to go over here. He's like repeating himself so much in this.
Yeah, but it's funny.
It's hilarious, but like,
Yeah, it is funny.
I don't have like anything to add to this. I'm just like, yep, like heard this like at least 26 times in this video alone. And this is like
How-
10-minute video.
Yeah. How angry do you sense that he is that these are hot?
Oh, you think he's turned on?
I think
Oh,
he's
I'm
both
sure.
turned on and angry that he's turned on.
I'll be
yeah, that
honest.
could be it.
I'm staring more at the fact that I could see that this is an obvious green screen behind.
Do you think it's like, because like the meme back in the day was like, oh, Republicans like back in like the early 90s, early 2000s were like super against homosexuality, but you always found them like doing lines of meth off male
Right.
strippers their like penis. They were just like really angry that they were attracted to men.
Yeah, actually, I do remember quite a few stories about that.
Oh, Larry Craig, he had a wide stance.
Wide stance.
Yeah.
Very wide.
There are a few notable cases. I don't know how much it's a real trend or just.
No, I think I can think of like four.
Like,
you know,
I was gonna
but,
say, it was a thing that happened, and it was hilarious, and it was surprising how many times it happened, but there's probably not actually a pattern there.
Yeah. But you think that's what this is? You think he's finding them attractive and he's angry about it?
He's like, look at that strong back. Look at those muscles.
Yeah.
Look, man, I get it. Like, I like tomboys too. Like, it's not that surprising. Yeah, absolutely.
It's like we've all looked at a couple dozen pictures of AOC and we've been like, yeah, fuck, I hate you
respectfully.
Yes.
Respectfully, yeah.
Big booty Latina.
Respectfully hate you so much.
Yeah.
I respectfully, hatefully look at naked pictures of you. Yes.
I with all the
hatefully
respect I can muster. I went and saw those deep fakes.
How much longer do you guys think it will be before AOC's in Overwatch?
Oh no!
I mean, I imagine as long as somebody has like SFM, they're gonna start making AOC videos.
Didn't Blizzard finally get kicked out of China?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know if there's enough time to go over this, but basically, just their people that they were working with over there, NetEase, cut off the contract and basically said that it's done, and you're not going to be able to repair it.
Ouch!
They make a fucking expansion for China.
Sucks to be them.
For World of Warcraft.
I mean, the expansion for China is Taiwan.
No, if you're talking about the panda one, that's from an April Fool's joke that went too far.
Yeah, I don't know if you know this, but we're a pro-China podcast here. We do think
yeah.
All right, yeah.
All hail.
Just like the global Homer agenda would say.
我爱上乐队，我做冰淇淋，我做冰淇淋的唱一定是真运动。我上台音乐，
President Xi and the CCP. Thank you.
Yes, I love.
不要亲中国。
I love Tiananmen Square, 1986, and Winnie the Pooh.
No. Now nobody can watch us in China. Fuck. We just lost 1 billion views.
Sabotage.
That was like where all our views are coming from too. Dang.
Oh yeah, I know, because you pay for all those bots, Con.
No, fuck.
Can't talk about that.
Just like Router.
I do a very bad job of it, though. I mean, you get like 1,000 views per video. It's
Well, look, I see this guy's trying to hook you up, but he's being secretive about it. He's like, you know what? This video is your invitation to get into the trans elite. You just need to, you just need to put a little bit more Satan in your life, Cobb. You'll get those millions of views.
Tempting. I could change my whole skeleton.
Yeah, how do you know we're not already part of the trans elite, though?
You know what? I don't. You're right. I don't yet. But I want to know, do you guys get the same magazines that I do every month on the month?
The ones
for Satanism?
I'm not gonna out anybody. I'm just asking,
the furry ones.
I'm making a joke about fucking Satan or trans magazines every month.
Yeah, I was thinking about that one joke in Billy Madison where it's Nudie Magazine Day and he gets the She Mails Monthly and it says IP sitting down. Or do I?
All right.
It's like a dude with a facelift. Now this one's been in the film industry. The Love Boat, classics, right? These are all-time classic TV shows. The Love Boat, Chips, Fantasy Island, the holy trinity of cheesy 70s TV shows. Heart to Heart
is Chips a classic?
I've learned to respect my body. Ronald Reagan's daughter, Patty Davis, poses nude at 58. So it posed nude again. Once, in fact, the Playboy was from 1994, and then it did it later when it was 58 in the year 2011. Now here's some footage of a video it did for Playboy as well, where it did full nudity, total nudity. I'm not going to show it, but I would suspect this one has had major surgery done, if you know what I mean. Major surgery, because it's going all in for Kabbalah. It's going all in for androgyny. It's their religion, it's their way of life. And they rule over us.
Wow.
For now,
Okay,
in this
can we pause for a
temporary
second?
realm of sin and death.
Okay.
I would
Kabbalah.
like
Why
when
would
he
you
says the phrase "the religion is a way of life." Wouldn't there's a lot of people who are religious that's their way of life. This wouldn't be an out there thing. This wouldn't be like a ridiculous statement.
Getting a sex change surgery for your religion is probably.
Oh no, yeah,
extreme.
like the rest of the stuff, absolutely.
Personal.
But like be like, oh, their religion is their way of life. It's like, yes,
Yeah.
some very religious people, that is their way of life. This
Pretty much every religion has some kind of practice that you have to integrate into your life.
Can
That's
we all
kind of the point.
commend his bravery and dedication to watching like Playboy porn films and everything
I
to get
know.
to the bottom
I
of
want
I know I
say,
wouldn't be strong enough.
Yeah, I'm not strong enough to watch Playboy.
I feel like from what I'm watching from this guy has a complete lack of understanding of natural reality, but yet he has a really fascinating encyclopedic knowledge of cosmetic surgeries.
Or at least he thinks
for
he
the-
does, yeah.
I was gonna say, how long do you think he was going wiki diving for like cosmetic surgeries and every type that existed?
Do you think this guy is Buffalo Billing it at home?
Oh,
Is that what you're
Oh
saying?
no.
Oh,
You know what? I don't know what that is, and I'll ask Amazon later.
it's very simple. It puts the lotion on its skin, or else it gets the hose again.
Have you not just watched Silence of the Lambs?
I never have. No.
Oh, you should. Great movie.
Animal. I haven't watched a lot of movies. This is like we don't have time for this either. though.
All right, fine.
Okay. Here we go.
And debauchery and depravity. See, that's the kingdom of Adam, right? The fallen kingdom of Adam. There are two kingdoms
what?
overlapping right now at
Yes.
the same time. Someday the kingdom of Adam will be completely annihilated. All right, so I hope this helped you understand the world a little bit better.
Sure did.
Yeah.
Nuclear weapons
Oh,
don't
yeah.
exist. But they
Nuclear
can
weapons
do,
don't
they
exist.
can easily do
I learned so
nuclear
much.
war, narrative, nuclear strike, tactical nuclear weapon attack, whatever. They can do any narrative they want. And as long as they repeat it with the right newscasters, they will be able to fool a lot of people.
Yeah, this
Now,
guy.
hopefully at this
believes-
point, more people are realizing that everything they see on TV is a lie. All the newscasters are lying. All the politicians are lying. Watch out for the controlled opposition. And in fact, one way that I use is the transvestigation, because transvestigation is really a way to see if someone's a Freemason or not.
Oh.
okay.
Oh, of course.
So if they have a tranny wife, pretty good chance they're a Freemason. If they are a
Pretty
tranny,
good chance.
it's a good chance they're a Freemason. So
I didn't
Great
know this
chance.
about
spot the tranny, you spot the
Freemasons.
Freemason, right? And they're on both the
Wow.
left and the right.
I know what phrase I'm taking away from this.
oh,
If a man has a tranny wife, he's a Freemason.
oh, baby.
What a useful heuristic that I'd never encountered before.
What?
I
Spot
learned
the
that nuclear weapons
Freemason?
don't exist.
Yeah, I was about to say. I was just reminded of the fact that this guy believes that nukes are not a real thing.
He
I
believes
guess,
a variety of things, apparently.
Well, have you
you know
ever
what?
seen a nuke?
Many. You know what? I personally haven't, but I'd love to ask the Japanese about it.
I've dropped a few on people in Call of Duty.
You know what's cool? Back in the 50s, you could go to Las Vegas and like there were like viewing platforms on top of hotels where you could watch them test nukes out in the desert.
Yeah.
People would like pay
times.
money to go up there and watch them do it.
Shoot,
Oh
I
my
would.
god, really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
sounds-
it's fucking awesome.
That sounds both amazing and horrifying.
That's like the
And it-
most American thing you can do.
Yeah,
Look, we
and then,
have
Yeah.
we have nukes. May as well. What do you mean we're not going to profit off of them? Come on.
I mean,
people would
that's
go
true.
out and collect that like glass that forms,
Oh, yeah.
nuclear blast, and sell it on the roadside.
Amazing.
Are you guys getting a headache?
Now, that's what I call
Hey.
free radical.
Do you guys taste metal?
You know, the funny thing about that is that, like, I've heard that actually dissipates faster than some people think, like the radiation. or
Oh,
whatever.
sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of old watches have radium in them.
Well,
Yeah,
my
oh,
left hand
boy.
was
Oh
falling
boy,
off this
Black
morning. So
Adam.
Ooh,
Yeah,
oh
so
my
guess-
god,
So
The Rock.
guys, guess who else is trans?
Oh my god, no, not Dwayne Johnson.
Chaz Bono.
You know,
Chaz Bono.
I didn't know Chaz Bono was trans.
you know what? The Rock is
that
probably
feeling?
one of the buffest trans men I've ever seen. That and that's quite impressive.
Yeah, it's all the
Yeah, The Rock
testosterone
has.
injections. Yeah, Chaz Bono in this
Meanwhile,
picture.
I'm gonna pull up some Twitter threads.
Ooh,
All right.
something
It
to
is-
keep the audience occupied and listen
In
to.
this picture, Chaz Bono looks like a depressed Jonah Hill.
That's just Jonah Hill.
I had a semen retention joke.
Where's that
Aw.
one?
Retain
trying
semen
to-
in the balls, not in the mouth.
Yeah,
Son of
son of
Man.
man's. Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh yeah. Oh, we should have gotten this the PNG for like his scientific research.
Horrifying house guest. Okay.
Why is that a lab with a knife?
We are all transgender. Look, proof. It's right there.
You are as well.
They wrote that with their hands.
Wow.
With their big horse face man hands.
I love how the skull on the right is so misaligned.
I know.
Can't even turn it around.
Couldn't even turn it.
It's hard to do in paint.
Yeah, you gotta give some leeway, you know.
We gotta use transition to Paint 3D.
I'm gonna move my transvestigator just a little out of the way. There we go.
Shrinking like that Adam's apple.
That's right.
Oh yeah, I forgot we had the Terry the transvestigator on the screen, our little mascot for the show.
Yes.
Luigi, you've been silent.
I'm not silent. I'm just waiting for the right moment.
So you said you're pre-transition. So does that mean what company are you taking over? Are you a celebrity or
So
are you an elite?
usually what happens when you go to the therapist for like
Mhm.
gender dysphoria, they give you like a list for different like careers you want to do in the future, and then usually you like tick your preferences, and the second they do the gender reassignment surgery in the lizard lab is when you become a person of power. This is what we call like one of the lower positions. You can usually in your first life before the reincarnation, you can get up to Vicar of Lizardness, but after the reincarnation, that's when the real shit happens and you can become a Lord of Zoros.
Oh, okay.
Luigi, you're in Germany, right?
Yes.
Okay, hold on a second. Danimal,
Oh god.
it's this he's taking over this company.
Oh no, which company is that? Oh, Siemens.
How could he?
It's
They're always
based in
winking at you.
Germany.
They're always telling you. They're always telling you. So Luigi, you were saying that they give you the career choice. What'd you choose? Are you going to be like the CEO of like Tesla or Microsoft or what?
So I personally applied for Huawei.
Oh, okay.
But unfortunately, those guys are onto us, so like I couldn't do that.
Yeah, that'll happen.
So instead, I now applied for the YouTube pipeline, is what we call it, and I thought it would be a great start for me to appear here before I start my PR tour.
So what's Satan like?
Actually, we don't really meet with Satan yet. We usually talk to Baphomet.
Okay.
Baphomet is a really cool guy gal, though. Like, he has great tits. Just gonna say that.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, Baphomet, a really cool dude. We've talked a lot about the current state of affairs, and he's a great fan of things like Vogue or CNN, and I think there's really something there for all of us to learn.
Yeah, for sure. No, I used to fucks with Baphomet because he's the one that got us marriage.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
but
he's a cool guy. He's a cool guy. I really like him. him.
We only did that though to like distract from the real like agenda.
Right.
So like the gays are only there as like a psyop.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, we all know that gays don't actually exist, so.
Yeah. Wow, it was great catching up. I didn't know that you were in on those meetings.
Oh yeah, I haven't been there for a while. It's been a little bit sick lately. It's from the early lizard gene injections. That's usually a common side effect. But after I'm done with my first mold, I should be fine again and going back to the conventions.
Excellent.
Sure, I'll see you there.
Okay, we're gonna learn about Dwayne The Rock Johnson, I guess.
Hey.
Apparently, he's trans.
Do you mean Dwayne?
Yeah.
Dwanisha.
Wanisha.
All right, today we're going to look at Black Adam, Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
That's already
There's
Antichrist.
a new
Black
movie
Adam.
coming out soon called Black Adam. The world needs a hero. It got Black Adam.
Such a great
So we're going to look
tagline.
at this movie a little bit, based on a comic book, which I've never read, and the movie's not out yet, so I've never seen it. I saw a trailer, pretty interesting stuff in that trailer.
Hold on, he's gonna do all
But
this
first,
investigation,
let's
but
look
not
at
even
the
read the
Rock.
comic.
My God.
Now, there's his ex-wife named Danny, who seems to have male bone structure, crossing
Yeah,
the
oh,
legs, covered in muscle as well.
Yes.
More muscular than most men out there. Masculine face.
Go ahead
This
and
one
pause
kind of
it real
speaks
quick.
for itself.
God, those female abs, always the downfall of Western civilization. They're always there.
Well, that's obviously. Don't you see the Adonis belt here?
There's the downfall of
belt
Dwayne.
is like where would that baby be? How would a baby fit in there? Like that rib cage? Do you see how far it goes down?
Oh,
Yeah, how
Yeah.
could a
You're
baby
right.
be in there?
I think we
What
should
a ba-
experiment and try to put a baby in there,
Yes.
and then see what happens.
We should impregnate all female bodybuilders. I agree.
Oh, also,
That should be
Kafa,
the test.
I sent you a transvestigation video that might be a little bit more interesting. It's just like a speed run of like different investigations.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
let's do this for like another minute and see if we can get a few more jokes out of it. Let's switch over to that one.
Sure.
This might actually be the Black Adam. Now, that's some pretty serious crossing of the legs. I'm not sure if I
Yeah.
could even do that. You got to be well trained to do that.
Well, if he
why
can't
is
do
it
that,
very
then he's not a
Female
male.
Q angle, shoulders wider
Well, that's
than the
obviously
hips.
post-op.
So even though this is a very muscular person, it's still important to look at the bone structure to determine the actual sex of this specimen. Now, apparently, this is The Rock's manager, produces a lot of the films and stuff. Ex-wife, but still the manager, the handler, maybe. Maybe this is the brains.
Okay,
and
to
the
be
brawn
fair, I would
behind the-
think that this person is trans. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I was about to think that.
Here's the thing: bodybuilding women do not
Look
look
like men.
normal. They look weird.
It's
Exactly.
because they're all juicers, and
Yeah.
they actually use testosterone to some extent.
You can see their
Yeah.
receding hairline. You're like, yeah, you're juicing it.
I mean, have we ever
Oh, yeah.
seen the One Night in China porno?
No.
China, the
No,
WWF
and I
wrestler.
also don't want to hear about it. I don't think.
No, she's let's just say she's got a hot dog in a bun down there because all the juicing. Definitely got a little bit of growth.
Growth, we call it. Lovely.
No, I just want to say, all I'm picking up from this is that The Rock likes his very muscular women. And
Hey,
good
you
on
know.
him.
Well, that's how The
Really?
Rock reproduces. He reproduces like through skin-to-skin contact, and then like little rocks break off by budding.
No, you're right.
Oh,
You're right.
They grow in the muscle. That's why they have to keep
But
no-
building.
But no,
That's
seriously,
why
I
he's
just feel
so
like-
ripped.
Yeah, we call that pebbling.
It's almost just feels like this guy just like ripping on The Rock and people like, look at how weird his ex-wives are. It's just like the dude's into very muscular women. Oh no, how dare he?
He's jealous.
I don't know.
Clearly.
Yeah.
You know what?
Well,
You're
I
right.
mean-
He probably has the hardest stiffy right now. Do you think this guy's gay?
No, I think he hates women too much to
Yeah.
be gay.
He is a woman, isn't he?
Okay, so in all seriousness, usually these people are like just very
sheltered paranoids that don't they don't usually they don't have like gay or trans urges, like even though it's fun to meme on, like that's usually Republicans. Like, but those transvestigators, they are usually just like slightly schizoid or like highly paranoid people that have latched onto like trans issues as their like venting mechanism.
Yeah.
Like some people have aliens, some people have like they're putting chemicals in the water, turn the freaking frogs gay. And these guys just have transvestigation. It's just one of those things.
I mean, it's important to note that, you know, sex identification is a pattern recognition thing. That's how we do it day to day. We just kind of notice patterns in people's faces and the clothes they wear, and we just kind of intuit it based on that. And that's what schizoid personalities end up gravitating towards, because it just all goes haywire. Basically, they're seeing patterns where there are no patterns, or they're misinterpreting patterns because they see things arranged differently. So it's a really easy thing for someone with a disrupted pattern recognition brain to latch onto.
I mean, that is true. I could, because like so far, I'll give the guy this, right? Like, it's unusual to see a woman with, like, say, an Adam's apple or this muscular or some of the other things that he's pointed out, but it's not also so uncommon or rare that, you know, that it couldn't happen. You know, we also understand that there's logical reasons that this stuff could happen. It may be atypical, or it might be a little bit outside of the, like, what we would consider to be expected, but like it doesn't make it, I don't know, it doesn't make it whatever this guy is saying it is, which I guess is just the trans Illuminati, or I'm sorry, Freemasons.
It also doesn't help that there's like a lot of like pseudo evolutionary like theory going around with like how people are ought to look based on their sex, and like a bunch of like trans stuff where they're like, oh yeah, you can like repaint a Pizza Hut, but you will always know it was a Pizza Hut building afterwards. Like, that's the same type of like schizoid paranoia, but it's like more socially acceptable. Like, it's not that weird, and they are just that, but like a little bit more extreme. They like apply it more.
How many more things do you think need to go wrong in James Lindsay's life before he starts heading down this road?
Oh no!
Do you think like only like 2 more things?
Maybe.
Okay, so if he accidentally kisses someone that's trans, that's what would happen.
Well,
That's the breaking point.
Yes.
Isn't he married?
To a quote unquote woman.
Ah, I see.
Unless he has an affair, he might be safe on that.
I do want to say though, you pointed out, I think I can start to see where he's drawing the connection to the Freemasons, because those women are definitely working with the Rock.
Yeah, they're rock solid.
Bop, 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 bop.
But isn't Lindsay a woman's name?
Oh,
That's like destiny.
shit. He might
Just
be one
like-
of them.
Lindsay
Just like
Ellis is a man. Okay, I can believe that.
Yeah, I could actually believe that.
Yep.
She faked her pregnancy.
She faked the abortion.
She faked
Spoonie's
the abortion.
baby.
She faked it all.
Oh my god.
Spoonie's baby never existed.
I mean, if someone who's like secret
Right.
Oh my gosh.
And out there somewhere, Noah Antweiler felt his last little bit of hope go out.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Stop. But no, seriously though, like since we were talking about like how like these people like you know might have probably mental problems, like I mean I did point out that that so far this is reminding me of the stuff that of like Terry A. Davis, which if I don't know anybody here if they know who that was, but that was the guy who had
Glow in the dark,
schizophrenia.
yes.
Yeah, that guy. It feels like that same energy.
Oh,
It's
totally.
just like,
I want to
oh man.
piggyback off what Luigi was talking about, because that was what I was thinking about with this whole topic about people who go on Twitter and they are perhaps overconfident in their ability to, the term is clock trans people, right, to identify them. Because I think the confusion lies in most trans people probably transition later in life and probably won't ever achieve like a really solid pass. They might in public sort of pass just because they're walking by people and they're not really interacting, and people don't usually spend a lot of time trying to figure out your sex in public. It's
They
more
try
like,
not.
yeah, they just kind of glance at you and move on. In personal relationships, like trying to date and stuff, that's a lot harder. People kind of pick up on cues and stuff, and that's really tricky. But of course, there are people who are naturally very androgynous. There are men who are just naturally very feminine and pass really well. I've definitely seen some who just on the face of it and hearing them talk, even like their voice is very feminine.
God damn it, this reminds me of a conversation I was having earlier today.
Yeah, I mean, and it happens, right? There's a lot of variation in human physiology, and sometimes people draw that number, so to speak. So it's easy then, I think, to end up like this person and just start really obsessively thinking you've figured it out, you've cracked the code.
It's also that these people are constantly being reinforced down their path, because they usually start off as like more normies and like more like conservative in a way, where you have a bunch of people on Twitter who are like, yeah, like obviously you can tell a tranny from like a normal person, just like look at their bone structure, you know, and then they're like, oh yeah, bone structure, that's right. Oh, now that you say that, I actually see a pattern there. And then they're like, oh yeah, that's so easy. Like I can tell any trans person that they're trans. And then they just keep on going down that line.
Yeah, it becomes a spiral, basically.
Exactly. And then, but the problem is that there are already so many that went down the spiral that they just get more and more kooky people reinforcing them.
Yep.
So at some point, they're just in the transvestigation community before they go shoot up a gay club.
I know.
Well, hopefully they keep just making videos and not doing that other thing, but, you know.
I was going to say, it seems like a weird contradiction how they go on about like facial feminization, all these cosmetic plastic surgeries, but also seem to base their entire conspiracy off of really simplified sex stereotypes. Like all women have hourglass wasp waists and all men have giant pecs. And that couldn't really be farther from the truth.
That's not necessarily what they usually say. They usually tend to go more for, I mean, the muscles are like the obvious quote-unquote thing for them, but usually what they go for is facial structure and what they call like the Adonis belt, which is like the area around your belly button, essentially. And if they think you have a very like straight waist, they say you're male. And if you have a wasp-like waist, that means you're female. It's kind of like that way. And they also have this weird misconception, I guess, about female anatomy. Like a lot of men think that like the uterus is a lot higher than it actually is.
Yeah, it's like in the middle of the chest, right?
Yeah, so like a lot of men think that the uterus is like above the belly button or like right at the belly button, when it's like actually way lower. So they tend to like look at like chest bone structures like ribs and such, and they say that no belly is gonna fit, no baby is gonna fit in there. And I'm just like, yeah, that's because, you know, it starts like way lower and then like grows up there, you know.
Yeah,
as an artist,
there's a lot of outward protrusion when a pregnancy happens. It's not usually all the way up in your chest, and then things fold and they squish and do all of that.
All that good stuff.
But we can talk about my mpreg fanfiction another time. Do we want to keep going with this one, or we want to hop over the other one?
Let's go hop over the other one. This one's going to be more of the same.
Yeah. The one I sent you in the recording channel is very interesting.
All right, here we go. We're going to learn, can you tell Kim Kardashian, Kourtney, Khloe, Kris Jenner are men? SSS, Kim is a him. Oh, that's catchy.
Oh.
No way. You're lying to me right now.
Euclid disclaimer. This is fair use. This is you can tell by the high production intro that this guy is on a next level.
Oh,
Sweet.
Yeah.
something super interesting too. I think.
Why don't we full screen it?
I think it's this guy who like also like told his chat that Justin Bieber is like one of the only cis celebrities, and he was like arguing against the people in chat who were like, no, Justin Bieber, like, you can tell by his bone structure, he's actually a man. Like he's one of the rare ones. It's because he like, got popular by the internet.
Which is funny because he looks like a lesbian.
Yeah, he does.
Well, not anymore. But
how many more stock effects is this guy gonna do for his fucking intro?
Good question.
Subscribe with notifications on.
Hey.
This is the best advice for women in business. Get your up and work. It became a soundbite really with no context. It wasn't a blanket statement
Towards women.
Okay.
Okay.
I love that.
Okay.
That was it.
I was hoping that the stock
Conversar
effects were gonna.
Studios presents anatomical and
like and
sex.
like and subscribe, by the way. Go to him and
Like
say,
him too.
God, this is still more intro.
Heck yeah.
I love it.
Level 101. Easy identifying human males featuring
I hope it's just.
Oh, sweet. My favorite.
The male waist.
yeah, the Adonis ball.
These are all chicks.
Now this is how you tell that they're males. The chipping males have male balls.
Yeah, they sure as shit do.
Animal.
God, look at them. Look at them cum gutters. Do you see that?
Stop. Okay.
Yeah,
What?
see, the waist cannot spend the baby. I told you, this is way more interesting in education.
Is this the Greg King band?
There's more.
Ooh, this is starting to get hot.
I swear I know this
I
song.
see why you recommended this.
Wait. Pause.
Every man gets a baby.
Yay.
Yeah. We did
Okay,
it.
no, I'm sorry. Seriously, for a second, is this shit that he's playing copyrighted?
That's a good question.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
It can only go up from
I can
here.
always I'll mute though. I don't think he's talking yet, so
Yeah.
here we go.
Sorry.
Okay, every man gets a baby. I gotta save that. That's gonna be my
What?
my
That's-
you're
That
the
clearly
ham.
doesn't fit now at
Baby
all.
for you.
That
Male
baby would not
face.
fit in there.
Male child still fake. Male waist. Kim is secretly a him. Male
And
neck.
face all day.
Drop.
To drop the hairline?
How do you...
Why would you need surgery for that? Could you just shave?
That eye.
Kim was never a female. Male face.
Oh, look at that face.
Look at that giant Adam's apple, guys.
I was
Clearly
about
male. So male.
Hey, I was.
Look at that.
Especially,
Huge.
just look at that super male face.
Oh,
like, if I
it's the
look at that
Joker.
face, I totally think, wow, what a guy.
Yeah.
What a
what a guy.
I just,
What a guy.
Say, Daniel, how much are you like? Man,
look,
that's
it's
a
right
really
there.
Oh, I'm
Adam's
done.
apple. Right
I'm
there.
way turned on. Yeah, it's right there. Oh, it's the choker, just like Dylan Mulvaney.
Yeah.
They always pick out, like, usually they always pick out the most
Feminized male
unflattering
jaw.
pictures too.
Okay, how do you know it's a feminized male jaw?
Because it's a male and they feminize
What
it,
is going
obviously.
on with that eye?
He's doing the soy face.
Oh, poggers.
Oh my
There's no
god.
such thing as an Eve's apple.
Ooh, Jordan.
plasty.
She had rhinoplasty. That's so rare for women, though.
Yeah, no woman has ever gotten a rhinoplasty before.
No.
Especially not one with like gratuitous amounts of money.
Exactly.
Okay.
She got tan just like men.
Male waist. You can't fit a baby in
That's
there.
Put a baby inside
so
that.
hold on. So what is this person arguing that she just got really fat for 9 months and then
it's
lost
obvious-
all the weight?
It's obviously a you know how they, like, in movies they put on like fake stuff on you to like what's it called, like for
Prosthetics?
aliens?
Fat suit?
A fat suit.
Yeah, it's kind of like a fat suit, but like it's like how they do like for aliens, where they like put like different makeup on you to make it look like you're something else. That's what they're doing.
Oh, like prosthetics.
Yes.
I can't see that as a male waist. What is he talking
Because I'm
about?
thinking like prosthetics are really easy to hide when most of their skin is very visible.
Oh yeah, that's the best time to
Oh
do it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And on the beach, exposed to the elements.
Well, I mean, this was obviously a photo shoot.
Yeah,
Mhm.
what male doesn't have that hip to waist ratio?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right, guys?
Yeah, those birthing hips. I mean, non-birthing hips.
No, you mean birthing hips, because that's obviously a man.
Is this the point where I point out that I unironically have an armored skeptic mug that says the only ratio I care about is the hip to waist ratio, and then it's crossed out with personality.
That's pretty cool.
Classic.
Wow,
It's a prosthetic.
See?
Yeah, see, it's fake.
What?
Big baby belly.
The
Because
belly
he's got a
You just
belly
tell.
button piercing.
level 202.
Okay.
It's getting harder.
Okay.
Getting more
We're
difficult.
getting more tricky.
Sister quotes.
Didn't want to work my ass off.
And I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. That's fine. Literal.
Worth it. Worth it.
At least-
Found that
At least he censors the swear words.
What?
Real pregnant woman
Yeah.
would never do this. Busted.
Busted.
Exactly.
What's the evidence?
Man-made baby
Holding
shelf.
a child.
Male daughter in the
Male daughter.
measuring the child's waist.
Oh my god.
What is that?
Okay, hold on. What?
It's not even any words. It's just question mark.
It's big.
It's because she has an outie belly button, and on the left she has an innie belly button. So it's obvious. It's obviously a prosthetic because like pregnancy would never push your belly button outward.
Yeah, I would never
Ever.
do that.
Why would it?
It's
It's
not
not
like
like
this
there's
massive.
pressure from the
Yeah,
inside.
yeah. That's really weird. It's almost like their skin is all stretched out. Strange.
Why would that happen?
Weird.
Because you're wearing a prosthetic.
Courtney
Surprised
was
at this
never a
point-
mother. Male waist. See?
That's not the waist.
How does
The
that?
baby can't fit. Look.
Oh, no. Liar, Courtney. You are a
No
man.
baby for you.
No baby for you.
At this point, I'm surprised that he's not pointing out like that. There's no stretch marks or
Regular
something.
hairline.
Regula. What if Dracula
This is a
did?
male. Look, that eye. That very
So
small eye.
obvious.
That's her male eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has a male eye and a female eye. And the male eye cries semen, and the female one cries like gonorrhea discharge.
Male
Just
dick.
imagine, Terminator just like looking for sports.
Yeah. See, can you see that indentation? That's obviously a male neck.
Yeah.
Like you see that? Like it actually like it's so obvious. I can understand that you guys don't see it. It must be because you have untrained eyes.
I mean, does he have reference for what a female neck looks like? Has he ever produced a picture of such a thing?
Yeah,
Well, no, because women don't
Okay.
actually exist.
Yeah.
Women don't exist. They were made up in the 1960s by
Oh no, they got to him.
I know. Tenny?
Women were made up by the cigarette companies.
Tenny? You there?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, you cut out for a second.
Oh, they were invented by the Soviets in the 1960s, and that's why the sexual revolution happened.
Ah,
See, it's
that
all
makes
connected.
sense.
See, it's so dense. There's so many things. Each image has so many things going on at once.
I was gonna
There's
say,
so many male features. Look at that.
I was gonna say, Cobb, we all know that you don't actually exist. You're like a trained AI created by Google to trick us all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Error. I mean, rebooting. I mean, what?
We just invented you so that we could have that sex appeal on the show.
I was gonna say my social security number is.
I
1001.
already have all your social security numbers, so don't even worry about it. And don't ask what I'm doing with them either.
Oh, that's good. That's worried.
Well, I know what it is.
Well, it's good. Well, it's good to keep them nice and safe so that nobody else has to worry about them.
Yeah.
Look, Cav, it's no secret. I already know. It's when I will have my firstborn son, it will actually be my firstborn daughter, as per our contract with the devil.
Yeah, and it's coming out of your female Adonis belt or whatever. What's the opposite? A Venus belt?
Yes.
I fucking know.
It's coming out of your vagina, which definitely exists.
The Venus belt.
Because the baby definitely fits in there. I've tested it. I've done the measurements.
We have the technology. We can rebuild him.
This has been a non-stop fever dream so far. I think I've had nightmares less.
Every episode of this show was a non-stop fever dream.
It's literally not possible, guys.
Yeah, guys, I told you I did.
Courtney has a neck. Not possible on female. I mean, have you ever seen it? Have you ever actually seen a woman with a neck?
Act like I don't do. Do you know all I? You have this narrative in your mind. Saying that no. I will literally you up. You're literally. I will literally you up. Come here. You guys, my daughter's sleeping. Don't ever come at me like that. I swear to God, I'll punch you in the face. Don't use Dilly. Stop. Okay, stop. You too. Okay, stop.
This is basically a UFC
match. So was that not evidence that they're women? I'm confused.
Yes, because women don't fight. Women would never engage in physical fights with each other.
Women, when they do fight, it looks like that. That's all I'm saying.
Watching women try to physically fight each other is the funniest thing.
Like, stop.
It'll give you peace in my mind. Like, no, you won't. Try.
I'm gonna punch you in the face.
Go ahead.
Did you punch me in the boob? What the fuck?
God, before you go forward, Danimal, have you noticed what I've noticed? Because I'm pretty sure you noticed it right away since you made a comment about it. Like, so far we've gotten how many times did he play the toasty? And
the Mortal Kombat.
I was gonna say, how many hours do you think he spent playing fucking Sub-Zero? For how many references to it? Or how many references to Mortal Kombat in this one fucking video there is?
I would say fucking I'm more upset because this man, how many episodes of the Keeping Up with the Kardashians has he watched? No wonder they have brain rots.
He's taking one for the team, clearly.
Yeah.
This man.
Yeah, quote unquote man.
No.
Wait a minute.
Gabbles, can you confirm that gay men also fight like this?
Oh yeah, 100%. It's all nails and hair.
Don't be afraid to use your nails, boys.
Daniel, does your boyfriend have like a waist like Kim Kardashian too?
Husband.
Oh, sorry, husband. My
wife.
My boy wife.
One of his many Vietnamese sex slaves.
And no, I'm the one with the hourglass figure.
That's the least believable thing in this episode.
You know, it turns out I'm the only male here, and everyone else is secretly a female.
It's true.
We're flipping the script, boys or girls.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there are rumors going around about you being a footer, so it makes sense.
Yeah, we're not talking about that. We're not.
It's getting too close to the truth.
The transvestigator crocodile is not going to be looking at my fuda. Nothing.
Do you have balls or no?
I don't think he ever clarified that.
That's up for Nick Ricada to decide.
Yeah.
What?
There you go. Finish him. Finish her.
Oh,
look, they're fighting. Oh. Bitch.
Hold on.
Men fight.
I kind of want to hear this. I want to hear more toasties being said.
I mean, we're not gonna get demonetized for this.
Ever dig your nails in me like ever. Shut the up. Ever. You do it or shut the up. Ever.
Finish him. How
Shut up. Ever.
How old am I?
Guys.
This is like, pause it for a moment.
covering one eye.
This is like so nuts and crazy. I love it.
Yeah, I told you.
Is that a reference to Freemasons, maybe?
It's
Oh my
also,
God.
that is one of the references, and it's also a reference to how the skull indentation works for men because their eye sockets are deeper.
Oh, and one of the
Okay.
Kardashians was mentioning nails, maybe nails of the cross.
Oh.
That they have in their house because they killed Jesus.
Exactly, because they're Jewish.
Because they're Jewish.
Kardashian.
Jewish, Kabbalah, Freemason, Satan worshippers. It's all coming together.
It really is.
Oh, maybe he's going to explain it. No?
Oh yeah. What does that mean?
You think he's going to show us voice?
Level 3 is
Illuminati? It's going to be that easy.
Versus
Very sus.
Chloe.
We decided that we always wanted
How
to
many
be
levels do
really
you suppose there are?
Openly gay?
We are.
An honest man.
or transitions. We really have no restrictions, and even if it's not crazy salacious and it might not be something for ratings like some other shows.
Oh, look at that. That Adam's apple hanging out there.
This is up the face.
Okay. Good to know.
Oh, yeah, those are masculine shoulders.
Oh, totally a male chest. I usually think of boobs and I think of male chest.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Pause for just a second. That is the
Dan
first
likes
time. That is
Heck
that
yeah.
is the first time out of any of these insane fucking videos I've at least seen an actual medical diagram trying
Yep.
to explain what these fucking people think they see.
They
So
do
they
it
did
all
get
the
some
time.
effort in there.
Guys, we finally found the female abs.
Ah,
They
But
look
where's
kind of
academic
shriveled.
agent?
We need
so
to
that he
lick
can
them. Everyone lick them through the screen.
This is how the West dies, not with a bang, but with a whimper.
uproarious applause. Yes.
What? Which eyes do you
In the voice, she was John Benet
Is it a
Ramsey.
boy? Fat eye. Male torso. I think she was just fat. I'm sorry. She was
Yeah.
kind of a chunky teenager,
Chunky monkey.
and then had a bunch of
You
surgery
can't
done.
call them anymore, Danimal. It's not appropriate.
Yeah, again, this
Yeah.
just looks like an overweight woman.
Congrats.
Not a child. No baby.
No baby for you.
No baby for you.
Okay, I have to say, like he said, it's getting progressively harder, right?
Yes.
But
Right.
he's just saying the
Like
same
my
thing.
penis.
It's just.
It's because he's pointing it out.
But
This
how's
doesn't
it
make any
harder if
sense.
he's just putting an arrow and saying, "Look, it's a male neck"? I don't
No,
get it. It seems
it's
pretty
getting
easy, actually. I could do it.
no, it's getting harder to spot, and he's showing you why, like where you can see it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
these,
guess.
yeah, like these are the ones that are, it's like difficulties in a video game, Cav, because I'm sure this is how this guy thinks. There's the really easy ones to spot, then there's the progressively harder ones, but they're all in the same place. You just got to remember to keep looking there, and even if you don't think you see it, you just gotta look really hard.
Yeah, really get in there. I like that he can see the waist through all those jackets and sweaters.
I mean, to be fair,
Like-
I've never seen a woman in Jinko jeans, so that's
Yeah.
new.
Maybe that's what makes it so
Since
hard.
1992.
Exactly.
Wild. All right.
It's not 90.
Ever wonder why the elites
Crap to
forced
read
us
it.
to? Ever wondered why the elites forced us to wear masks? It was to hide the male faces.
God.
Whoa! Look at those skulls.
Skulls.
Underneath.
They totally line up perfect.
What?
Doesn't look accurate.
What? This guy's an expert. Don't you call his credentials into
Oh,
question here?
yeah, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Male
So
cleft chin.
they do surgery. Boom.
Level
Ooh, the hardest one.
Fuck.
All right, I was gonna guess it's just gonna be the same thing
It's
again.
like level 400 class now.
Versus transgender supermodel.
Wow.
Him is a him.
Who?
What?
Who is this?
Delita admits to being male. Okay.
Wait,
I will
what?
say those boobs definitely look fake. I mean,
I
but
thought this was the Kardashians. Is this still the Kardashians?
wait. Oh,
Oh, it's a transgender.
oh.
supermodel. Maybe it's
Why is transgender in quotes?
Yeah, but if you admit to being transgender,
admits to being male.
No.
Okay, I mean, what's your bet? I do think the person on the left looks more female.
I think they both look equally female in this picture.
yeah,
PC liberal.
I would say she has on the left has more of the classically feminine face, but of course she's
I
also
mean-
had surgery, so who knows?
I mean, the right also has a very feminine face.
Yeah, it's talking about proportion, but
Mm.
yeah, I definitely don't see what point he's trying to make.
He's trying to make the point that a
Um,
transgender woman.
Wait a minute, hold on. Male waist. Am I crazy or does that not line up?
Doesn't.
Because the male is obviously much thicker waist. Okay.
Yeah.
you see, it lines up if you just believe.
Maybe this is why. Maybe it really is harder. I guess
Like
you know,
paintings,
where credit's due.
The legs come straight down. No, they don't. They're
Oh,
sticking
yeah.
out.
Like Kim Kardashian has legs that go all the way up
They're going like
to her pelvis.
Gosh, you.
they're going like
You're supposed to be gay one day.
Just look at the hip bones, please. Come
The
on,
baby
that's
could
not
not
what
exist
they
where the
are.
rib cage and pelvis are. Male torso starts here. Male torso ends here.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, they are fake.
Male
Like
neck.
the tits.
Male waist.
That is a very male chest. Look at that.
I like how he
Oh,
keeps like
incredibly male.
pointing at the fake boobs.
I feel like Kim Kardashian's probably had a boob job now.
They probably all have boob
Probably.
jobs.
Probably multiple. See?
See evidence.
Neck muscles not found on females. They just don't exist.
True.
Yeah,
They
they're
just
just not
don't
a
have
thing.
them.
No
That's why they
woman
give
ever has a
terrible
neck.
head. That's why they give terrible head.
True.
Clearly male.
Fat transfer, implants, layers of pantyhose, padding, and camera angles.
Layers of pantyhose. Like you're wearing like 7 pairs of women's hosiery at once.
Wearing her clothes, silk pantyhose, walking around in women's underwear.
Come on, fuck off.
Ah!
Like, these are clearly male waists, obviously. Look at them.
Maintain a low muscle mass index.
Jesus.
Man-made. Her
I mean,
ass
if-
is man-made.
If anything, what this video is showing me how well this trans woman passes.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah, God.
Sex reassignment surgery.
That's clearly a male. Come on.
Clearly.
Oh.
Probably both male, actually. She's wearing a cowboy's outfit. Rookie.
Sign of victory.
Oh, backwards vulgar. What's that about?
That
Maybe.
eye, though.
What's backwards
Yes.
vulgar?
Oh, I get.
I actually don't know.
I saw
I think it might be a reference to how in Britain, if you make the peace sign, but the back of your finger is facing someone, it's sort of like giving.
It's like the flipping the bird.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's like they think it's a religious thing, or just like.
You know how Baphomet does that hand sign.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, like at the end of The Shining.
No, like Baphomet statues, they all like do that hand sign. I think that's what it may be.
Maybe that's what they're talking about.
I don't know what to make of this though. Like, okay, there's one thing I have heard, like the Kardashians get accused of a lot, and this is something like I guess it's like actually provable because like I remember South Park making fun of this. Was that they've been accused of using gratuitous amounts of photoshopping to make their bodies like look more perfect than they actually are.
Right.
Now,
Yep.
I'm not going now. Clearly, I don't think they're like trans, but like I don't know, man. Like if I was this guy, I'd be going after that and being like, well, why do they need to Photoshop it? No, I'm not.
Well, definitely all the surgery and the Photoshop makes it muddies the waters, so to speak. Because he's trying to like figure out their natural traits, and they don't have natural traits anymore. They've gone under the knife probably a bunch of times, gotten different augmentations, different things to get that classical feminine look, and then he still insists they're male. I just don't see it.
Yeah, at some point, even if Kim Kardashian was transsexual or got reassignment surgery, like at some point, like you can't really tell that someone used to be she used to be a man. You know, like there's so many.
Oh, hold on, wait.
Guys,
is this
look.
whole last section?
This goes on for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, we're not watching all of this.
Like,
Hold on. Wait. What's the finale rocket?
It just means he has insurmountable evidence.
Let's see.
Surely.
Finale rocket. I think it's just a video of a rocket.
Oh, that sounds amazing. I want to watch that.
It's a rocket. Look.
Oh wait, it's failed.
Here it
rocket.
goes. Off into the chemtrails.
Save the
Save
Children.
the Children?
Performed by Marvin Gaye, featuring the Kardashian-Jenner family. Oh, see, because they're transing all their children, too. Baby Kendall is male. Look, that
No
baby
hip to waist ratio.
on the baby.
That's baby waist.
And that's a male face.
That baby waist. That male baby waist.
Baby waist.
Oh, wow. Super male.
Breasts out. Breasts in. Yeah, it's...
A joke?
Or an angle. Means the opposite of peace.
You know, Danima,
Over the eye means watching you.
You never needed gay marriage.
Yeah, I could have just married one of these elite women. Quote women.
All you needed is this type of schizophrenia, and you could have been gay with women.
It's true. Well, liking
Kevin
women is gay.
Spacey,
Oh, I don't know if you want him.
Miley Cyrus.
All the pictures of Ben Stiller you could have chosen, you had to pick one from Lander.
Yeah, that's where he did the vulgar sign. Okay.
All males. All males.
They are all daughter Penelope.
Who had the children though? Who carried these
the
children?
maid, obviously. Male jaw, male neck.
Man, I gotta be honest, the only thing I'm immediately noticing is how fucked up those kids' teeth look.
Yeah.
True.
They got the
Male waist on that little kid. Male urethra.
What?
What?
So is Kanye a woman now?
It's for evidence, but I don't think I want to see. Actually, never mind.
Male
I think it was
forehead?
just trying to show that there was a bulge or something.
Dracula nails.
Okay, so wait, are Dracula nails supposed to be like? Oh, drag queen nails. Never mind.
Oh, look at that male neck. Oh,
different size eyes.
What the fuck is she wearing in the right?
Looks like a Wednesday
Are you trying
cosplay.
to make a window into your boobs, but you want to keep the nipples off?
Yeah, it's fake boobs.
I mean,
she's male.
Maybe. I was gonna say maybe she's an alien.
Here's a thought. Do you think that
silicone breath?
Do you think Kanye is part of the transvestigators now?
Oh,
No,
dude,
he's broken out of it.
Yeah, that's why he broke up with Kim. He learned the truth.
If you showed this to Kanye, he would totally join them.
He'd be like, "Oh man, I'm gonna figure this out."
No, he learned the truth about his wife, and then they brainwashed him. That's why he's crazy now.
Where are
Once you
all
understand
the
Generations
females?
of men transgendering boys. Where are all the females?
Where are they? I've been looking for them everywhere.
Where all the white women?
Why are none of them willing to date me? Would you give this man a child?
I mean,
Vampire blood? What?
Facial treatments?
Oh, I remember
What?
hearing about that.
Identity crisis?
Yeah, okay, this
No,
is
she was
the
just-
actual thing.
What
that
is going
they
on with
used-
that eye?
What's
looking at
going on
something.
with that eye? What are we supposed to be looking at?
Well, he's essentially saying that if your eyes are two different sizes, that means you're male.
Okay.
Everybody's eyes are two different sizes.
Yeah, that's
Sounds like
that's what they
you're
want
in
you to
on-
believe.
Okay, we got some good charts here.
Oh my
Zoom
lord.
drum.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
that's a very muscular woman. in one of the
Kanye. Oh,
pictures.
there's Kanye.
Oh.
Kanye
Yay is gay.
That's
boy.
We all knew it. I mean, the gay fish.
Yeah. South Park tried to tell us.
Mastia.
So is Kanye male or female?
Male,
Kanye's
but
male.
gay.
Yeah, he's just gay.
No such thing as an Eve's apple. Male pelvis, man all day. Wow, that was a tour divorce. We need to look at some.
Cal, you really need to finish your videos with the flame.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Oh, look, Eric Dubay in the side there on Twitter.
Alright, I'm gonna full
He's the
screen.
guy who believes dinosaurs don't exist.
Nice.
Or didn't
Okay,
exist.
Well, they don't anymore.
here we go. The Son of Man.
It's a
let's
great
just-
Tarzan song.
I expose liars, your fake idols. If you won't stand up for the little ones, then I will. Find me on YouTube. You can't handle the truth.
Poncho Pete.
All right, let's take a look at some of their photos.
Who's that? James Dean. Two
James
first
Dean.
names?
Yeah. Fails the forensic test. Bio-female skull match. 4 times the female gait. Legs crossed. Okay, what's with the legs crossed thing? Do they think males can't cross their legs? Or
I guess.
Well, yeah. See, Cobb, I don't know if you know this, but males have things
This
between
thing.
their legs that are,
Yeah.
oh, so
Testicles.
what happens if you cross your legs? Does it explode?
Yeah, they try.
Yes.
It
yes.
just
Let me
It-
hang on. Let me try it really quick.
Oh, God, he's dead.
Oh my god, I'm gonna need a minute.
His husband will never recover.
Oh god. Can you guys
Hey,
call
look,
911?
The animal just tranced himself.
I can't tell. Like, I honestly
he's
can't
gonna
tell
be
if the
famous
animal
now.
Yeah.
if the animal actually fucked something up, or if he's just fucking doing a lot of it for an act.
Oh, this is real. Call 911.
There's a man
Male-
somewhere
let's
in
see, I wanna
Illinois.
I want to read some of this text. You got the male Q angle. There's a
Oh, no,
space.
don't talk about Q.
The Q angle of a skeleton is most reliable method for determining biogender of a skeleton. The effective marker to some of Maxim's 100 hottest quote-unquote women. Female Q angle, no space.
Biogender.
So, see, men walk like wind-up toy soldiers because those are a real thing that are biological.
Yeah, the Germans did not employ any transgenders. They wouldn't allow it.
And
That's why they all
females,
goosed up.
you know, they
Hitler
step,
was a trans.
they step their feet in front of each other like crisscross. Okay, so James Dean, female. Suzanne Summers. I mean, he got the man spread.
Yeah, indeed.
Clearly male, yeah.
Fails the forensic test. Oh, male gait, straight legs, knees together, feet forward.
Like, I feel like you could at least try to center it. Like, it's not even centered.
I know that annoys me the most, doesn't it?
I mean, it's completely accurate, obviously.
What else we got? Kaka? Who's Kaka?
What?
Who's Kaka?
Football player.
Isn't that
Oh.
shit?
Kaka.
You mean soccer player, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah. You know, soccer was invented by European women to keep them busy while the men did the cooking and the cleaning.
I'm talking.
I'm not even sure like how these skulls are supposed to be overlaid.
Hold on
for
a
anything.
second, because I'm focusing on this male Q angle bullshit, right? Like he's like, oh, there's space between. This guy trying to tell me that when a guy walks forward, he never puts like one foot in front of the other, like.
That's right, because your penis gets in the way.
Yeah.
Real men are bow-legged.
You would know that if you had one.
Exactly.
He's in on it.
Okay, what else we got?
You know
She's in
what?
on it.
True.
Bella Thorne. Oh yeah, man, look at that.
Jaw lining up perfectly, yeah.
Yeah, look at that,
With the
man.
drawing.
It's all of them, no exceptions. Okay, we got some drawings. Male and female.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the Epstein girls, you say? Oh, Epstein. Huh?
Yeah, this is what I was talking about when I say they're basing their ideas off.
Oh,
like,
there's
really
the bulge. There's the bulge.
stereotypes.
See,
Look.
sausage,
It's
guys.
a sausage. It's in there.
Oh.
Okay.
I mean, it's like how can you say you've never seen a vagina with?
Oh no!
Oh no! God,
There we go.
What?
We got to the
It was a
bottom of it.
male gate.
Come
Oh my
on. What
He's
is
a female
that?
skull.
Oh dear.
Epstein was actually a secret female pedophile.
Secret
Is that what I'm
pedophile
supposed to-
lesbian.
Oh no!
Just like Hillary
Oh,
Clinton.
Okay,
Cut that
we are
out.
not suicidal. We are not suicidal.
We are not suicidal.
I'm not suicidal.
Very male.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
bow-legged.
Oh,
okay.
Who is that? Alicia Dixon? I don't know who that is.
Alicia Dixon.
Who has a jaw that narrow?
Oh, no, wait. Go back to that last one.
Come on.
So they're like, oh, well, like, it doesn't line up with the females. It doesn't also line up with your male skull either. Not the jaw.
Yeah, because the skull's way too small. Like, the skull goes all the way up. Does he not realize that?
The top of the skull, like the line,
Yeah.
supposed to be the top of
What do
the
you mean?
skull?
Like the top of the head? Because that's where the
Yeah.
skull is? Yeah.
Yeah, because the male skull doesn't go all
Yeah,
the way.
guys, you don't get it. If he did that, then it wouldn't fit anymore.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Jeez, I
That's
wonder
true.
why.
Because of MS Paint.
Ashley
Obviously.
Walters.
Oh, this one actually fits. I think this one might be true, actually.
Definitely
Because now
female.
the line is over the skull.
I guess it's the triangle that he's trying to say is what proves it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, the triangle doesn't fit, but it isn't.
Yeah, you're just making the
Not,
JPEG really small.
oh, it's like,
Come on.
So,
This
like,
guy is claiming not making it all up.
Okay, so
He's a
God
CSI
created
expert.
man in his own image, and the image of God created he, him, a male and female, he created them. Really different. There are 2 skeletons per species throughout the earth. What?
Just two.
Just, there are 2 skeletons.
That's literally not
Break an arm and you
okay.
broke all
Every
of them.
species has 2 skeletons. They're both
Went to the
inside you.
graveyard and there was a bunch of skeletons.
Inside you, there are 2 skeletons.
One is trans, the other is trans. You are trans.
Okay, so we got some like religious stuff going on here.
so I have to assume
Yeah,
I
it's
can
just
feel my brain.
I don't even
melting.
know these people. Like,
Mincing.
Why?
Neither.
oh, we got some memes.
Ooh.
How to spot a
Ooh.
Mason
Nice.
101.
Oh.
When you remember God said, "Go forth and multiply." Hey kids, I've come for this month's rent.
That
What
is
does
what
this
he
mean?
would say.
Do you
Oh,
think
there's
that's-
so
You-
Or
Are you
maybe
thinking
not.
you have to pay
I mean-
God rent?
Freemasons do be collecting rent.
Yeah, that's true.
Only
Here's
they
the
are
live
free.
requests.
Nothing else is. Okay.
more like
This
not
flat Earth
Freemason.
channel is about God, love, and laughter.
Hmm.
James Dean, clearly a woman. Yeah.
The
And
great
these
Freemason
ones, let me
motto:
see,
live,
there's
laugh, love.
anything interesting beyond the charts.
I'm probably gonna have to get going soon.
Oh, Avril
Oh,
Lavigne.
okay.
Avril Lavigne.
I don't know how much longer did you want to do this, Cat?
I
feel
mean,
like-
we can wrap it up because I think it's about. Oh, here we go. We got
I
another
was
meme.
just-
We got another meme.
Oh, okay.
Take a look.
Okay.
More
Let's see
ad-
their last meme.
More apples. Look at that
Okay.
apple. Are you having a giraffe? Necronomicon.
Oh, is it long necks?
know what?
Like
Long
women don't have
necks.
long necks?
Women
Well, hey
don't
guys,
have-
welcome to
They
I
have
like this
zero
comment. The main
birth
character is losing her/his hair and looks more like a man every day. He doesn't even try walking like a woman. It's so obvious he is not one. Who are these people?
Kind of sounds like Michael Jackson with the she.
That's
By the way, I just want to
to
point out this guy tweets like every hour on the hour with these
I
things.
know, it's crazy. Well, probably people send them in and say, "Hey, can you
Yeah.
check
Maybe.
so and so?"
You don't think this guy is like just unemployed, sitting at home doing this shit all day? Because come on,
Oh, that's just
like these
sad.
people can't keep jobs. What jobs do you think?
So we
these
got
people have?
other, and I guess we could just link these.
Famous
so people can
mathematician.
gawk.
Anthony
Female.
Kiedis, Red Hot Chili Peppers.
The female gate. Oh,
I
have
was
you,
just-
have you guys
I
seen
don't
the,
know.
there's a YouTube video about China's gate rate system. They reach your gate.
Really?
Do you know the cameras in China? All right, you know what? There's stuff going on about China. I don't want to sound like I'm laying into the Chinese, but hey, now's the time for it. All right, Chinese need to be taken down a peg. Anyway, what I was gonna say is something that's on surveillance cameras in like malls and shit obviously you got face recognition. Face recognition is old. This is gait recognition. They've got gait recognition. Your gait, your walk, your strut, how you carry yourself, your gait.
Okay, I got it.
They can tell who you are by your gait.
I got it. Yeah,
it's looking at all these people's gaits.
You're telling me your
and how they're walking, and it's got different colored boxes for different kinds of gaits, and everyone's got their own little gait ID. And it fucking looks at their gaits. It looks at their gaits. It gate rates.
He just burped in the video.
This is gate rate.
Yes.
It's wrong.
This is gatekeeping.
It's wrong.
Gate rate.
You know, I can't read Chinese, but I'm curious. What do you suppose? Because like, I think the guy is probably correct that. What the fuck?
Okay.
It's definitely not a Republican.
Yeah, we got some mix of political. Bring out the GIMP.
What is it? The GIMP physiology thingy?
Oh, we got pictures of butts. That's good. Yeah, so this is all good. And you can definitely find your favorites on Twitter. So.
Oh, God.
Not safe for work.
Yeah, see, K-sign vulgar, Pokemon. It's all the stuff.
How is this not safe for work?
Because it's transphobia.
Oh, I get it. Oh, whatever.
It's Reddit, you know.
Yeah, okay.
Well, gentlemen, this is
ladies,
the end. Ladies, I'm sorry. Ladies, this is the end of our road. What have we learned tonight?
I've learned that apparently there is a subsect of YouTube conspiracy that you could literally just shitpost and it would not be any different from the legitimate people.
It's true.
That are saying these things.
Yeah, you could shitpost undetected.
Yeah. They don't believe it.
Is just put arrows and say male face.
Yeah.
I have learned that the real treasure is the friends we made along the trans way.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Luigi, for coming on and informing us. You had a lot of background info.
Yeah.
That's great. No, I was just gonna say. I hope I was a good good guest, a good first showing,
a good representative.
This is a good first. This is probably our shittiest episode. This is like the shittiest one we ever did.
Yeah,
I know.
I hope it's not thanks to me. I hope I uplifted it a little.
You know what?
I think you did great.
By the time I'm done,
Oh no, we're gonna blame you.
By the time I'm done editing it, it'll be fine.
Yeah, this one's gonna get saved in the editing for sure.
So somehow, some way.
And I think the insanity of the topic will entertain people enough.
It really speaks for itself, and I think that's the main thing. That's the main takeaway from this. Like, what do we even say? What can we even say? Like,
it's certainly.
I'm speechless. This whole thing left me speechless. I just enjoyed seeing it unfold.
I was gonna say it's hard to actually dig into this because like a lot of this is like you hear like the first like 10-15 seconds of it and you're like, oh man, where are they gonna go from here? Nowhere. They're gonna keep repeating it for 20 fucking minutes. It's just you're like, man, what do I do with this?
I half want them to elaborate more on this schizo posting.
Yeah,
like,
I know that's what I want. I want the most. I want them to like just sit down to like seriously like collect all their thoughts and just go on the most unhinged 20-minute rant because I feel like that would be amazing.
Indeed. All right, Tennyson.
I mean, I'm not sure really what else there is to say other than these people are genuinely insane. And the way they try to get to their conclusions is also insane. There's nothing... They just say the same things over and over. That's a male rib cage, male chest, no baby. But they don't actually...
No baby for you!
No baby for you! But they don't actually have an argument.
This may be your guys' shittiest video, but it was the one I had the most fun with.
Yeah, this was a fun one. I was just having fun listening, kicking back and listening to everybody. Plus, I'm a little drunk still.
Well, of course. That's really the best way to enjoy this.
It is.
All right. Anyone
All
else
right.
want to close out anything before we?
Goodbye, everybody.
All right. Goodbye, ladies.
I guess we'll just say goodbye. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, girls.
Goodbye, everybody.
Check your gate. Make sure your gate's right.
Fuck the horse face.
Yeah.
The gates.
No baby for you.
No baby.
Beware the male chest, horse face, tranny Freemason. Goodbye.
The global homo panic starts again.
There's gonna be so many bleeps. Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah.
Oh god,
think,
you should make
Leave that entire.
Just wait.
Leave
I'm
that
gonna leave
entire
it all
thing out.
in. I'm gonna leave it all.
Oh yeah.
No,
That's so
Tom,
good.
you gotta make all of our bleeps that we do the toasty thing.
Oh baby.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. All right, I'm gonna get going. Kav, watch that. It's something terribly offensive animation from the
Okay.
minute hour I sent you.
I will do.
You'll love it.
All right. Good night.
All right. Toasty.